When doing an easy bar skull crusher, there's a few ways that we can progress the movement without having to increase the weight. So the first version here is I'm trying to push my elbows forwards as the weight comes down towards my forehead. So this can be a great way to train your elbows and your triceps to be able to tolerate more load for things like bench press, for things like dips. So this is a go-to exercise for that. However, if you're going for a more bodybuilding based focus, you can do the variations that are coming next. Yes, it's going to increase the amount of pressure around the elbow, but the amount of load that you can tolerate whilst doing these versions is less. And so therefore, it's not really about increasing the amount of load that the elbows can tolerate. It's about stimulating the muscles more effectively. And so this second variation, the elbow doesn't go any further forward than directly above your shoulder, and you have the easy bar land above your head instead of landing on your forehead. That also increases the range of motion that your elbow will go through too. And then the next variation requires a bench with a lower back pad, because what you're going to do is you open up the elbow to be further behind the shoulder and you keep it there. And as a result of that, you're basically lengthening the triceps from this origin point down here. And it also gives you the ability to go through a really big range of motion in your elbow too. So the easy bar doesn't land here above your head, almost goes behind your head, and you have this full range of motion available. To be able to do this, you have to be quite flexible. And so just bear that in mind. If your goal is to be able to train your triceps through the biggest range of motion possible, then this is the variation that you want to be trying to work towards. If you're trying to train your triceps and your elbows from a holistic long-term perspective and you have very healthy shoulders, then this is also the exercise for you to choose. If at any point the exercise really hurts your elbows, just try and change where you're holding the bar on the easy bar. Some people find it more comfortable if they go into a narrower grip because it will allow their shoulder to be in a bit more of an internally rotated position. Some people will find it a bit more comfortable if they go wider on the bar, because that will just allow the elbows to come out a little bit more too. So try them all out, but one of the things you have to try and make sure you do is not let your shoulders move too much on the bench. You don't want your shoulder blades to be going through any kind of range of motion when you're trying to isolate an elbow movement. So keep those still, make sure that they feel the same on the back pad throughout all of the variations that you're performing.